Are you dating or in a relationship with a woman who's moody or emotional? Well, good news. All women are moody and emotional, so you're not alone on this one. In this video, I'm going to show you three straightforward ways you can use to always show your woman that she's truly loved, no matter her mood, but these definitely work when she's moody or emotional. So, are you ready to get some insights and give her the love she craves? Let's hop right on in. I love this quote by David Data from one of his books. He says 90% of a woman's emotional problems stems from her feeling unloved. And I could not agree with him more. Now, what most men always get to remember and understand is that women are like the four seasons. You may not live in a place where there are four seasons, but if you're on the East Coast like I am, women experience spring, summer, fall, winter constantly, especially because we're on a 28-day cycle. So that's a big difference between men and women just in general. And just understand that women are complex, phenomenal beings. They will always have moods, they will always have emotions. And that's something you really want to get used to and just accept. Instead of trying to always analyze a woman's mind or her psychology and fully understanding that, there's another way. And that is showing her how she is loved, showing her how she wants to be loved by you. That's really important. It's going to be important through the lifespan of your relationship. Because if you are in a relationship or dating a woman where you're going crazy and confused because your masculine energy can't really hold the container or hold when she's going through these experiences, well, this video is for you. Number one is show her how physically attracted you are to her or how physically attractive she is. You can show her this by, telling her how hot she looks. Like, say she's getting ready for a date with you and, you see her in this dress, tell her she looks gorgeous. Tell her she looks beautiful. Tell her you love how that dress looks on her. And this is even more important when she's not wearing makeup and you see her in her most vulnerable, raw state. That's really important. Just making sure that she knows that you're still physically attracted to her. Women always want to be desired, whether they tell you this or not. I'm telling you the secret. It's always nice to be desired by the man that you're with and have him express that in any way that he can. Before I go into number two, this is where some men can get this not necessarily wrong, but I know that you all want to fix things, which is great. We love that. But we're not every situation with a woman when she's moody or emotional is up for analyzation or fixing in that moment, right? There may be something deeper there that she actually wants you to fix, but it's not the time when you see her being emotionally unstable or moody in that moment. And I think that men, and I have experienced this myself, usually always want to ask, like, what's wrong? Because your brain just works differently. Your brain, the masculine energy wants to fix the problem, get clear on what the root cause is, and instantly throw a solution to fix the problem so that it's dissolved. And that makes so much logical sense. But women, we're not wired that way. And so when she's emotional or she's feeling moody, it might not be the time to analyze and try to ask her what's wrong. This is what you can do instead. This is very crucial, I feel, for men and women in relationship, and it can strengthen your bond. And that is physical affection, looking deeply in her eyes, giving her a hug. One thing I loved, a guy I used to date, he would always kiss me on my forehead, just like without me even saying anything. I never experienced that before. I never had a man do that. But when he did it, he would look me in my eye before or after, and I just felt so loved and cared for whenever he did that. It was just like the sweetest thing. And he was very, very masculine and very extroverted. So he wasn't like a passive man, but it was just his little form of like, Joy, I see you. and I love you. And that's how I felt whenever he did that. Physical touch or physical affection in those type of moments when your woman is moody or emotionally going crazy, this can be really effective to show that she's loved and that you're going to care for her and you're going to be there for her. So anything, looking deeply in her eyes, like I said, any type of physical touch, movement, giving her a hug, maybe even picking her up, holding her, maybe even like starting to kiss her the way she likes to be kissed. You don't have to start on the lips, but maybe just like on her neck or on her ears or, on her shoulders, her collarbone, and come up to her lips. Something like that, really caressing her and holding her and just letting her drop into you and feel held, feel loved. It's such a beautiful thing when a man can do that first instead of racing to ask questions of what's wrong with you, what's going on, I don't understand, well, tell me the problem so I can fix it. Sometimes we just want to be seen and loved for that, and that's going to help you a lot in your relationship or during your dating time when it gets this intense with her. And another way you can do this, just a third way, and this is, you can do this regardless if she's moody or not, right? Little gestures of just like surprising her. And it can be in any way that you know that she likes, right? If you know she likes flowers, bring her flowers home. If you know that she really loves going to this restaurant and you all don't get to go that much, take her to that restaurant, make reservations, surprise her. If it's a trip she wanted to go on just for like a weekend getaway, it doesn't have to be something so extraordinary. It can be, maybe take her away for the weekend, and plan that and surprise her with it and tell her to clear a calendar. Little surprises, or maybe you can leave her a note around the house or leave her something like a little gift, from lingerie to whatever, jewelry to, like a handwritten note telling her you love her, you're thinking about her, she's the greatest woman you ever met, whatever, but something that that is meaningful to her, that she's interested in, that she likes. Surprises are great for most women, and usually women in their feminine energy love that. Now, women who are highly in their masculine energy, this might be an uncomfortable territory for them, but maybe it's something you can do to still try to open up their heart and soften them and open them up in another way to show them that they are loved, that they may never have experienced before from past partners. That can switch the game up real easily and help her, get unguarded and soften. And those are the three simple gestures that I'm giving to you right now. You continuously do those three things, it can change a world of difference in her. And remember that quote that David Data said, remember 90% of a woman's emotional issues stems from feeling unloved. And that's really the core of maybe like our little girl wounds or our inner child, not just our adult self, our little girl not getting that love that we always wanted from our dad or our caregiver, our godfather, somebody like that. And that wound still may come up sometimes, drudged up when she's having a hard day. And then after you love her, after you done these gestures in your own way, and she's softened and she's a bit more settled, then you can start to ask the questions. Maybe there is something wrong there that she wasn't ready to express to you verbally, and then you can lead and help her get to the solution. If that's required, it may not be. But instead of leading with asking the questions and trying to analyze her, see if you can do it this way. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if this has ever worked for you. Again, women just want to be loved, and we want that reflected back to us because we give it to you. So comment below, like this video if you're feeling it, and of course, you can always subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.